Minneapolis College is located in the heart of downtown Minneapolis. It's where we find Shannon Gibney teaching English.
We're looking at the history of race, class, and gender. Everything that I do in the classroom has to do with authentically connecting with my students where they're at that given moment.
She allows us to put a word behind it, to be an advocate for yourself.
Part of my teaching philosophy is really digging into the fact that they're experts in their own experiences, and so then how can we bring those experiences into the classroom?
Shannon continually works to create a curriculum that reflects the diversity of the college's student body.
We have the most diverse student body in all of the Minnesota State Colleges and Universities system.
Everything she does, inside and outside of the classroom, is focused on culturally responsive teaching and pedagogy, as well as racial justice.
She uses a great book, the Race, Class, and Gender textbook. I relate to it so much.
I try to make sure that all the curriculum materials also reflect in some way the racial and cultural backgrounds of our students.
Ms. Gibney is also a published author of novels, poetry, creative nonfiction, and scholarly articles relating to the broad themes of writing, reading, and justice.
Because I am a writer myself, and I'm active in the writing community, certainly in BIPOC writing communities here, I have all kinds of connections.
Shannon shares these connections with her students.
She had some of the authors come in and speak to us, and I really enjoy that. That's one of the things I enjoyed the most about the class.
A lot of them, that's the first time that they've really met a writer whose work that they've read. Discrimination. You're going to sculpt discrimination using the clay, the body of your peer.
Ms. Gibney incorporates a sculpture exercise into her writing course. One person acts as the sculptor, and the others play the role of the clay.
There was a lot of feelings involved, right? Discrimination. I mean, like people are covering their faces.
This learning technique is part of Pedagogy and Theater of the Oppressed, created by Brazilian playwright Augusto Boal.
Just having my sculptor use their creativity to move me around, and then being able to see what was going around me. That was pretty cool, seeing what I thought was going on in their head.
Mean?
I feel like I'm in disbelief.
In disbelief?
But then when I heard it out loud, it seemed completely different from what I thought. So that's where the perspective comes in.
Shannon encourages students to tell their own story.
I always say what I try to do is kind of offer up a mirror to our students so that they can actually see who they are and what they have to offer.
You could create centuries of hope, and that's one thing I do get from Ms. Gibney's class. Ms. Gibney rocks.